What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Chase, aka CR Media. We are here for another edition of the Arrowhead Asylum. Want to thank y'all for tuning in. As my friend James always likes to say, hey, we're not crazy. We're just crazy about Chiefs Kingdom. And I got a question for you guys tonight. Are the Chiefs consistent enough? I mean, what a game on Sunday. But you got to ask yourself, are the Chiefs going to be consistently playing like this moving forward? We saw the issues with the offense against the Colts the week prior. This week, there was a little missteps with the defense, but overall, it was a solid team played game. And we'll talk about the score and we'll get into that. But is this going to be an issue moving forward with the Chiefs? We saw last year there was a little bit of inconsistencies, but like I said, they were able to wrap some of those up until we got to the Cincinnati game, the AFC Championship game. So with going forward and it seems like the strength of the schedule is starting to ease up a little bit more. But as we go forward, are we going to see the Chiefs struggling like they did last year until they reach that into the field, or is this Tampa Bay game going to be a showing of how much this team wants this? Everybody's expecting big things out of this team again this year. I wouldn't be surprised another AFC Championship or Super Bowl appearance for this team. So those inconsistencies, that Colts game, things like that, they've got to get tied up if they want to do that. Of course, you're not going to win every game. There's only one team in the history of the NFL that has won every single game, and that's why it's so hard to do. But those games where there is inconsistencies, you have to think like, okay, what are they going to do to wrap those things up? So to kind of help answer that question for me, I've got my usual co-host, baby. Jaymes Howell. How are you, sir?
What's up? Let's get the correct layout there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
how are you, sir?
I'm ready to go. So what I miss?
Nothing. I introduced the show, and we started off by saying, are the Chiefs consistent enough to push to where the goal, obviously the goal is the Super Bowl, right?
100%.
But we expect the Chiefs to, make it to the playoffs and make it to the AFC Championship at least.
Yeah.
Right?
Anything short of AFC Championship in my book is falling short of your goal. At least the AFC Championship. If we go out in the divisional round, disappointing season. We going out in the wild card segment. Maybe we don't get the bye. Hopefully, we do get the only bye. But we go out first round, disappointing season.
Absolutely. So, we kind of, like I said, we talked about last year how they had a little bit of struggles last year. There was, a lot of inconsistencies. We saw some struggles from Pat. So, like I said, are we seeing the same thing? Because obviously, that game against the Colts was a hell of a lot different than that game we saw on Sunday, right?
Yeah. And that game against the Colts kind of, it makes me think that was a little bit of a trap game. Maybe they got a little bit ahead of themselves. We seen it earlier in the season where Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes kind of had hinted at them preparing for more than one game at a time. So, I'm going to chalk that up as they fell victim of the trap game. They were looking forward to Tampa and underestimated the Colts and lost. But righted that ship in this last game. And I think that this like the offense looked incredibly efficient. And I think that's what you should come to expect. Like that's what we have come to expect, and there's no reason to believe that that moving forward from this point on, that it's going to be any different. This was a very good, very, very good defense
Yep.
that they went and they just dismantled this defense.
Yeah. So, and not just and we'll talk about the offense as we get going. But hey, before we get into that, I want to let everybody know that we are. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, twitch.tv/CR Media 1988. I just got done changing my notification on there. I know it was pointed out that it still said it was a 12-hour stream. We did do the 12-hour stream on Saturday. It was lots of fun. We had a blast.
Yeah,
Um,
how was that? I
it
was
was
wondering about it. I didn't get a chance to join into the chat or anything, but
Yeah, it was super fun, man. We ended the night with me getting my ass kicked in Madden by Josh, who was the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I was the Chiefs. It was Madden 22 as well, so I had Tyreek Hill. So which shows you how pathetic at Madden I am, because Josh hasn't played. Josh hasn't played. Uh, um, Josh hasn't played Madden in years.
yeah.
So, he had the free version of Madden 22. So I installed Madden 22 and we went in a one-on-one. And it looked promising at first for myself, but I made a lot of mistakes and obviously didn't play like the real Patrick Mahomes. And he wound up coming away with the W. But all in all, it was lots of fun. We actually went 12 and a half hours. So
Yeah. Hey, and remind me after the show that I got an opportunity to pick up some tickets. Speaking of Jaguars versus the Chiefs, so we might
nice.
we might be going to that game. I don't know.
My job is not happy with me about how much time I take off. So,
Well,
well,
yeah, I might have to take Josh then.
hell, you will. But yes, guys. So then also you can find us on Sports Empire Network. Sports Empire Network is one of the fastest rising sports platforms on social media right now. About to be on the web. Yes, you heard it. The web. We're about to drop a website. We've got plenty of things coming. A lot of things for all your sports needs. I'm talking NASCAR, I'm talking hockey, I'm talking football, I'm talking basketball,
Yeah,
college, whatever you can think
big
of.
things
Hit
going
Sports
on.
Empire Network. If you haven't already, make sure you follow them. They're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and now TikTok. Ty, who is a fellow Chiefs fan with us, has actually started running the TikTok page. So yeah, make sure you go follow
Nice.
Sports Empire Network on all social medias. And then of course myself at CR Media 1988. We are a little over 200 followers to 1,000. Let's do that so we can get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, so we can go live on TikTok. James, tell the people why we want to go live on TikTok.
So we can saturate here. Let me move my mic over so y'all can see what I'm talking into. Saturate the market.
I thought that was a prop.
Yeah. Did you notice any difference?
I didn't.
Not at all, huh?
So yes, that is right.
Thanks for exposing me there, Jay.
I know.
It's a lot less creepy when Josh says it.
Yeah, that guy's about to get booted out of here. Yeah, because Twitch doesn't have a timeout button like YouTube does, so he's just about to get straight up blocked. Anyways, so yes, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. James, why don't you tell them where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me at Arrowhead Asylum or at Jaymes Howell 1 on Twitter. I'm on Instagram under Jaymes Howell Sports.
Fantastic.
That's it. I don't have a TikTok, my friend. I'm not into
Fantastic.
that ticky talk or whatever's going on there.
So let's talk about this game on Sunday. The Chiefs defeat Tampa Bay 41-31. Let's talk about all three phases of the game. You know, what looked good, what they could work on. Start it up, man.
Okay, so we usually start the show with the offense because that's what's exciting is the offense, right? We got the Patrick Mahomes show, and there was a lot of highlights, but I really want to start the show off with the defense because I think though 31 points were put up, like the score doesn't really dictate what happened in the game. So, one stat that I saw that was like incredible to me was 3 yards rushing. There was three. Tampa Bay had 3 yards of rushing. That we're down Willie Gay. Talk about next man up. That front seven just absolutely dominated. Chris Jones had a big day. Frank Clark had an impact. What's his name that replaced Willie Gay? Darius Harris. All over the field. Our cornerbacks. I mean, it was just absolutely incredible to watch this defense fly around and make plays. So, I kind of wanted to start there.
Yeah. I mean, no Trent McDuffie, no Willie Gay.
And I keep forgetting about Trent McDuffie. I keep forgetting that we're like we don't see a dip in production at all. So why is it even like it just slips my mind?
Yeah, and make all the arguments about Brady all you want to, but about the fact that uh, about the fact that he, oh well, he's about to retire, he's about to do this, he's about to do that, etc.
Yeah.
And I find it funny that people will bring that up when the Chiefs beat the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah.
And nobody brought that up when when the Buccaneers won their games earlier this season. So it was still, oh, Tom still got it. Tom's still competing at this level, and he's about to give Giselle to me. I think that's debatable, but hey,
they did. Did you hear that they went and got divorce
yeah,
attorneys?
yeah. We jumped ahead in the schedule. Oh, never mind. It wasn't on the schedule. It was supposed to be on the schedule under the NFL section.
Yeah. I don't see much of a
of an NFL section. But yeah, they like I said, they did announce that they are separating. I was going to bring that up because I was also going to bring up Antonio Brown's weird post. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'm pretty sure it was Photoshop.
Waterboarding that lady.
No. God, no, please, God, no. We're not going to talk about that one. I was talking about the one where he photoshopped Giselle running into his arms after the Super Bowl.
And that's so. I mean, that is so weird to do. Like Tom Brady.
It's not just weird; it's flat out fucking disrespectful.
Yeah, so, like Tom Brady resurrected that guy's career.
Yeah,
and brought him in, and then then brought him into fucking Tampa and fucking. I just.
I agree.
I can't believe it's disrespect. You're right. It's 100% disrespectful. I'd be livid if I was Tom.
I don't think Tom thinks much of it. Obviously Tom's got his own issues going on right now, and I think at this point Tom kind of knows the monster that is Antonio Brown, the circus that is Antonio Brown. So
loser.
Well, so are we and it sucks because like there's obviously an issue there mentally. And we want to, and everybody wants to chalk it up to CTE, But at what point do you sit there and go, okay, like enough is enough, dude? Like no more excuses. Like, now you're, you know, I don't really care about the pool incident. I don't even want to talk about that. The only thing
Yeah.
I want to talk about was I saw a blurred image and I thought it was that dude's leg. Hey, capiche, man. Some people are built like a horse, and some people aren't. So, kudos to Antonio Brown. Where he lacks in mental, he makes up for in horse meat.
Yeah. Heard that.
Which I didn't, but I did.
Wish I didn't, but I did.
But yeah, it sucks because like you said, is if you're Tom Brady and you're like, man, like I stuck my neck out for this guy, and you know, and he, and I tried to do everything I could to help him, and um, you know, and there's Antonio will say different stories, but the reality is Tom's the one that made the call to him. Um, I don't think there was a whole lot of people on the Buccaneers organization that were like, oh yeah, we've got to go after Antonio Brown. You
Yeah.
know, so then that whole thing happens and he leaves. Um, but built like a horse or built like a little smoke in a crock pot,
A little smoky.
a little smoky in a crock pot. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what that blurred image was. I mean, it was either his leg or it was something else. So,
I'm not
uh,
I'm not seeing chat. Oh, there it is. I
oh
lost I
wow, man,
lost chat for a second.
that's wild. Uh,
So you got to tell me before we go. It's killing me, brother. It's killing me. What's Crust Media? What happened?
I'm ignoring him.
What is
He's a
Crust
he's a
Media?
grown man child, is what he is. So he goes and deletes his Twitter or his Twitch, and then um and then like starts, or I do the 12-hour stream. He comes in and he makes it very clear that he's not going to be on Twitch anymore. So I was like, okay, cool. And he even told me prior to the 12-hour stream, he was like, I'm not on Twitch anymore, so but good luck. I won't be able to make it in. And then he comes in and he sits in all fucking day. So I was like, all right, cool. And then he's like, all of a sudden, like when people start coming in, he's like, yeah, me and Chase have a partnership. It's CR Media and Ultimate Sports Talk, which is
Oh,
together is
USC.
Crust. And he's like,
Yeah.
Crust Media. And I was like, no, it's not. No,
No, it's not.
absolutely fucking not. And like he deletes his Discord and then remakes a Discord, joins the Discord again, and then he's in the Discord and he's like hashtag Crust Media. And I'm like, no, if you do it again, I'm going to time you out. And so I timed him out for an hour, and then he came back and did it again. And I'm like, bro, like I'm gonna make it very clear to you. If you do it again, I'm going to permanently put you in timeout. So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, like my patience is wearing thin. Like, especially because like my kids have been fucking with me today. So I'm like, I can't, I can't beat the dog shit out of my kids. So legally, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all my anger out on him, and he's about to get
He's
the
about to get
permanent
the
boot.
band hammer.
Yeah, the band. Yeah, and see, and now you got this guy going. Yeah, great halftime show on Sunday.
Was it?
Oh yeah, no, I was joking. I was being I was being a jerk. I was being a jerk to Noah
I
because
was like,
I was being a jerk. I was being a jerk to Noah because Noah got started in on that shit.
yeah, they had a pretty good
uh,
show. But anyways, back to ours.
yes,
The
absolutely.
defense, cornerbacks looked really good. Juan Thornhill is one of the handsiest motherfuckers I've ever seen.
Told you. And hey, I don't, I don't know where our guy is from ESPN Radio. But what did I say by? Did I say by week 10 or week 7?
Oh fuck, I don't even remember.
I don't know either, man. But
Yeah,
I saw Cook come in and make some plays.
yep,
So,
he sure
and
did.
if Juan
I like both of
if
them.
if Juan I do too, but if Juan can't keep his hands, you know, can't keep his hands off of players, then guess what?
Hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Cook come in.
Yep.
So, um, the hit on Tom Brady. Oh my god, dude, he was pissed, and I love to see it.
Tommy
Chris
boy.
Jones, yep, Chris Jones came in, roughed and toughed him, and and I thought for sure there was going to be a flag. I was like, man, you put Tom down too hard. Actually, there was a flag, and I think it was actually holding or something like it was actually on them.
Yeah, this
Uh,
was one of the few times that I can recall in like recent history where I didn't see a lot of favorable calls towards Tom Brady. Like, and I know it happens all the
I can
time,
think of
but I don't
another game.
watch a bunch of Tom Brady games. You know what I'm saying?
I can think of another game. So
Juan is
it
gone to
was the year.
2023. Maybe.
Um, I in 2019, the year we went to the Super Bowl, we played in Foxborough. There
Yeah.
was a lot of questionable calls that went our way instead of their way. And
Yeah.
bro, it was bittersweet. I mean, it was just music to my ears to
Hmm.
get on social media and see Patriots fans crying because the refs cost them that game. I was like, boy, I said, isn't this weird? Sorry, left and came back so I could trigger an ad. Have to make sure you get some profits to pay Josh. Yeah, right. Um,
wait,
yeah,
wait, you're getting paid for this?
yeah. Heard that. Wish I didn't, but I did. My four subs on the Twitch channel are really paying the. I would like to pay the restream, which by the way, restream sucks nuts. Um, since I'm since I'm since I'm on a roll tonight. Restream can kiss my ass. They already know. They're well aware. We might be switching to StreamYard. I don't know. I got to talk to Josh about it.
Nah, we need to get the OBS set up. Once we get the OBS set up, things would be
Yeah.
a lot.
So, and I'm thinking about using. I'm thinking about using Streamlabs and StreamYard are my two issues right now. It's the thing that sucks is with OBS. Like, there's not a whole lot of OBS would be fantastic for you and me. However, um, for me and Josh, we do those interviews all the time. Well,
Hmm.
when you bring people in that have that have iPhones, Safari doesn't mesh well with Restream. So I don't know if you've ever taken the time to watch. Uh,
Oh, is that why you guys have all like the audio or the technical issues that I've seen?
yep. Why we've had to do phone interviews with some of our guests instead of doing it live. Yeah, because Restream can't handle Safari, and they act like it's Safari's fault. Yeah, it's Safari's fault. You know, Apple iPhones, which the majority of people in the fucking world have, but it's Apple's fault. Okay. Anyways, Streamyard
Hunter
doesn't
Dillon,
allow.
Hunter Dillon, 95. He says, Chase, thank goodness you're live. Been having a miserable day, and glad you're on so I can relax.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate you, Hunter.
that's a good kid, man. I like Hunter. I like him. I think that's one. I think that's the only good thing about Ultimate Sports Talk is he introduced me to a cool kid like Hunter. So, um,
Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Much love.
StreamYard doesn't allow comments to come in from Twitter. StreamYard. That's why James and I switched from StreamYard, was because we wanted a chat that hosted everywhere where we were live, and StreamYard didn't do that because I would get complaints from viewers that were like, "Hey, we can't see comments from XYZ person." So that's why we made the switch to StreamYard, and it worked out great, man. I couldn't believe we had a lot of killer interviews on the I-70 hot tag and the pit stop until there was one about a month or two ago. We had a wrestler on named Dak Draper, and
Yeah.
Dak's audio was just trash, and we thought it was him, and I was like, dude, like really? And then so we didn't know what it was. See, you're on a MacBook, right?
Yeah, I'm on a MacBook right now.
Yeah, but are you using Chrome on
But
your
I
MacBook?
run Google Chrome.
That's exactly. And so the representative from Restream told me that Google Chrome on the iPhone is just Safari with a Chrome skin. So yeah,
Hmm.
I'm pretty irate about it this week. So because I'm like I said, we pay. So that's what brought that up.
Well, you can on
If my
OBS.
Twitch if my Twitch subscriptions could just pay for the fucking restream every month, that would be
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
That
Well, I'm
would be
telling you,
great.
on OBS for your interviews, you just get them on Zoom.
Zoom, yeah,
Yeah, you get them on Zoom, and then you
we
use Windows
did.
Capture.
Yeah, we did that. We did it. We did a recording for one, and we posted it on our YouTube. And Josh forgot to change the settings to where it highlights the speaker, so it's
Yeah.
so. But it's a great interview. It's a great interview, but it does this thing where it's like, yeah. Lennon, what's up, brother? Lennon,
What up?
Lennon is on our team over at Sports Empire Network, man. He does
Hell yeah.
he does a lot of the editorials. So if you are interested in writing articles, Lennon will edit them and we'll get them posted on Sports Empire. So Lennon's a great guy, man. He's asked me a couple times if I wanted to write articles. I told him I was like, bro, you don't want me writing. It's not a good. Don't back me up on that either, James. But
Yeah, it's not
wrote,
that hard.
wrote,
I
wrote,
wrote articles for Show Me Football for a while.
I
For a
was gonna
little.
say I wrote articles for James House Sports. I wrote like
Yeah.
two or three, and then you were like, "Yo, mom said she wants to edit your articles before you post them."
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember I was like, hey, just leave them in the drafts and let me look over them and then I'll
Yeah,
publish them.
yeah, that's right. Chase, you'd be a great writer. I appreciate it, Lennon, but
As long as he's
yeah,
got an editor.
yeah, I heard that. Wish I didn't, but I did. um, that's kind of what we got off the rails about restream was is like I said, if the Twitch subscriptions could pay for the restream every month, I would just be okay with that.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be doing a lot more content lately, and uh, we'll be pushing out stuff on Twitch a lot more, and so
Yeah.
um, so
The offense looked good, huh?
oh my god, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
What he had what? Let me pull it up real quick just to confirm. 19 carries for 92 yards.
Yep.
I mean, this is what happens like when you run the ball. Not only did Clyde had 19, Isaiah Pacheco had 11, right behind him, and this is like the most use that we've seen from Isaiah Pacheco all season. So I
Yeah.
love that. He averaged on his 11 carries, he averaged 5.7 a carry for 63 yards.
Yeah.
So incredibly efficient. And I
Absolutely.
mean, you see what happens when you run the ball. I've been saying it for 2 weeks. Going this would I was afraid that I was going to be saying it again and preaching it again, and that's just not good for content, you know. But it is what it is, and you got to run the ball.
Yeah,
You have to. Even in this pass heavy league, you have to be able to. You just can't be one dimensional. That's
absolutely.
that's the deal. And whether unless you want to like if you want to do this like hybrid style of running the ball where it's quick passes to your running backs in the flats or whatever, however it is that you're going to get your screen passes or whatever, however you're going to get the running back the ball, you got to get them involved. Clyde has proven to be a playmaker. He's proven and just this year, it's a small sample size of playmaker because he's dealt with injuries in the past. But now that he's healthy and he's being used consistently, he's thriving.
Yeah. It was great to see him get out there and get some touches, and except for when he's wide open on 4th and 1. Where did
Oh,
I hit?
bruh. I mean that like that's the only downside to the whole day, but God, that's a big one.
It was.
Yeah,
Um,
you can't drop that.
yeah. They, and so like I said, at the beginning of the season, everybody was ready to write Clyde off. Isaiah Pacheco was the next guy up, and Isaiah Pacheco is, he's going to be another, pivotal piece in this offense, another weapon for Mahomes to use. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire um, was not ready to give up that spot yet, and and I think it's awesome because
It rem- Go
I
ahead.
wasn't ready to give up on Clyde Edwards-Helaire yet either. So
It reminds me of what they have going on in Dallas with Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. Like both of these backs could be a running back one. Tony Pollard out there in Dallas could be a running back one on a lot of teams. I actually predicted last year that he would take over that running back position by like week 5 or 6 of the season or something like. It didn't happen, but that's how high I am on Tony Pollard, and that's how high I am on Isaiah Pacheco. He could be a running back one on a lot of teams, and he's not. He's here, so we're still giving him touches, but he's being incredibly efficient, which is incredibly valuable to Clyde Edwards-Helaire and keeping him fresh throughout the season.
absolutely.
Clyde looked Tom Brady trying to catch that pass. Looked like Tom Brady trying to catch that pass in the Eagles Patriots Super Bowl. Thuney Creed Trey reminded me somewhat of Scott Grunhard and Shield. Man, they're nasty, aren't they?
Yeah. Um, and it,
I need to talk to Shaquille Barrett. I need to hit him up in his DM, ask him how that Chiefs offensive line looks this year.
well, there was a lot of stupid things that were said on social media, and like Patrick had made the comment that he was keeping receipts, and dude, it's crazy, man. Like, um, it, it's crazy to think that, uh, yeah, I mean, he's a fool. Bart Scott is a fool.
Mhm.
If the Chiefs make the playoffs, Bart Scott's got to be fired from ESPN. That's all there is to it. I mean,
Yeah,
Bart Scott did it. Bart
That's the
Scott
one
did
that
it. Yeah,
that's the one
he
that
was.
predicted that they wouldn't even make the playoffs, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this week he said that defense was going to demolish the Chiefs offense. So yeah, no,
Damn, Chase out here
it's out here
firing
fire.
people.
Yeah, no, he's got to go, dude. if the Chiefs make the playoffs, he's out. He's got to go from ESPN. He can go do his own podcast. That's what really shitty athletes do when they don't make it on sports media. Is they go start a podcast or they coach their kids or grandkids high school football teams. I'm cool with that. So yeah, Bart Scott can be right out there. Just because like usually I'm not like that. Usually like I'm not that severe on it. But dude, for you to say something completely ignorant two times. Like it's obviously there's something about the Chiefs like you don't like, and you sound stupid on a national sports platform going, yeah, they're not going to make the playoffs. What? You're a moron.
Yeah.
And then go. Yeah, the Tampa Bay's defense was going to rip them apart. I knew Tampa Bay's defense wasn't going to rip us apart. Um, I didn't think it would be, you know, and like we'll get into this. This score did not depict this game at all. There was a lot of garbage time going on. So
Well, you know what they say, on the Bart Scott situation, any publicity is good publicity, and he definitely got people talking.
yeah,
whether
agreed.
they were calling him a fool or not, they were talking, they were chirping.
Yeah. If
So,
David Carr can predict the Raiders to win the Super Bowl every year and still has a job, then Bart can keep his job. But get rid of them both. The NFL Network's different. The NFL Network is an all day NFL channel. So there's going to be a lot of people that they need a lot of people to fill spots. Like
mhm.
Bart Scott's on ESPN. ESPN, yeah, they got some football content on there, but it's not an all day football content thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for to take that little bit of football content you have and to give Bart Scott of all people a platform to say dumb shit like that all the time, not just once, not just twice, but like all the time. It's like, come on now, go call somebody else. I'm sure there's a bunch of retired players, that would love to take Bart Scott's place. That know a
Mhm.
hell of a lot more about shit going on in the NFL than Bart Scott does. So, um, real quick, because it's always like the thing we talk about with in like the wrestling community. There's like this real popular thing that goes around where it's like, hey, if you don't know how to wrestle, you shouldn't be telling wrestlers, you know, you shouldn't be telling
Right.
wrestlers, you shouldn't be critiquing wrestling.
Right.
Well,
It'd be like a
there's
server
my
coming
there's
back.
my there's my fucking defense right there.
It'd be like a server coming back and telling me how to cook. Be like, no, get out of my kitchen.
Well, to a certain degree, James. But like I said, that's what I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
Bart Scott played football for many many years, and sorry, but Bart Scott obviously doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
So just because hey, I'll tell you what, James, I didn't cook for very long. I cooked for about 4 or 5 years. Um, I was in the restaurant industry for about 12, but I cooked for about 4 or 5 years, man. And I'll tell you what, man, if somebody put out shitty food, you could be in the kitchen as long as you want, and it still sucks. You
Yeah.
know, my
Well,
hey
your
man,
boy don't put out shitty food, so
Hey man, hey, I'm going to tell you a little secret.
hey,
My wife,
that's not a prop.
you're right. I'm going to tell you a little secret. My wife makes dinner every night, and every once in a while, she'll make a dud.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
man, just because you think you know what you're doing all the time doesn't mean you do.
Hey, CR Media says he makes a mean Pop Tart.
I was getting ready to read the comment as you were reading it because I was interested. I was like, man, Noah strikes me as a a primavera pasta type of guy. Tomato, basil, little
Yeah.
olive oil, garlic. And so I thought that's what he was going to say, and then you read Pop Tart, and I was like,
No,
yeah,
I think
no,
Noah strikes me as a bachelor.
yep,
Like
absolutely.
like stereotypical bachelor.
Yep.
Like some frozen, some hungry mans. You got some
Oh,
hungry mans.
I was literally about to say he's got 4 Hungry Mans in his freezer right now, and I eat whatever an 8-year-old kid eats. Hashtag picky
Chicken
eater.
nuggets and French fries.
Yep, and they got the brownie, and then they've got the green beans. So I know Noah cuts out the film where the green beans are and scoops them into the trash, and then throws that Hungry Man into the microwave. Totino's pizza, not Hungry Man dinners. Get it right. Yep, that's right. You ain't got to scoop out. No damn green beans in those Totino pizza rolls. Where the fuck are we even at?
Oh man, I thought this was gonna be Arrowhead Asylum tonight, but it's just kind of turned into a social hour.
It has. It has. I would, but
That's
I'd
all right.
never buy anything with green beans a part of it. Yeah, no. I have, I mean, it was a great game. I do plan on having us go over Monday Night Football. So yeah.
I'm sorry. That was a valiant attempt to get back on track.
I know, right? Let's reel it in, guys. Let's reel it in. Yes, that's right. It is Raider Week.
Yes.
Raider Hater Week. I'm gonna send obnoxious, vulgar messages to every Raider fan I know, which is not very many. Hence, obviously the reason why I don't know a lot of Raiders fans. So you want to break down this game? James, are you dead?
I can't hear you.
Why can't you hear me? What about now? All right. Well, peace out. So yeah, it's Raider Week, guys. We have legendary Raiders safety on tomorrow, George Atkinson, the Hitman, won a Super Bowl with John Madden. That is fantastic. You guys gonna have him on? Have him on the Starcade Media. So, guys, we're going to take on the 1-3 Las Vegas Raiders, and it was wild and crazy. You should have seen the you should have seen social media during that game. It was nuts. So, social media was going crazy because the Raiders won their first game, and like I said, you should have seen some of these Raiders fans. They acted like it was their Super Bowl. It was wild. So, the Raiders, they tried. Bless their hearts. Yes. My whole Mac just shut down. That's all right. That's all right. I'm going to break down this Raiders game, and then we'll probably call it a night. So we've got, like I said, we've got the Raiders in Arrowhead, and which I would absolutely love to go to, but I have to work, which is fantastic. But like I said, the 1-3 Raiders against the 3-1 Kansas City Chiefs. Monday night, ESPN, Monday Night Football. The Raiders are 13th ranked offense against the Kansas City Chiefs, 5th ranked offense. Heard a lot of chatter this offseason about how Devontae Adams was going to change that whole offense and that offense doesn't look much different to me. So obviously want to give it some time. Let that sink in. Let them kind of get into a rhythm. Give it a little bit more time before we say, hey, like it was a bust. But if you've watched this show enough, guys, or listened to this show, no matter how you choose to digest the content, you'll know that I've made it very clear that I'm from Missouri, born and raised, and Missouri is the show me state. So when I always say show me, and Devonte Adams' situation is no different. I'm telling you to show me something different with Devonte Adams because every single time a wide receiver leaves the Green Bay Packers to go to another team and get a big contract, they don't do anywhere near what they've done with Aaron Rodgers. And I've heard all these things about Devonte Adams being an elite wide receiver. And don't get me wrong, Devonte Adams is good. He's really good. But I'm not ready to put him in the category of an elite wide receiver yet because you've got to show me that you can still be elite after leaving Aaron Rodgers, and it just hasn't shown to me yet. And you can use the excuse of Derek Carr all you want, but you know Derek Carr was still, if Devonte Adams is as elite as they say he is, then Derek Carr should be able to still look good with Devonte Adams. So I'm not exactly sure where that offense is going. Um, you know, uh, Josh Jacobs was running well. Devontae, Waller, Hunter, they have some talent. Chandler Jones and Max Crosby on both defensive ends. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not taking anything away from Chandler Jones and Max Crosby, especially Max Crosby. Max Crosby is a monster. But all the hype around this Raiders team coming from the offense or the offseason into the actual season, I'm not seeing it. And it's not just because I'm a Raider hater. I said in the offseason, if Devonte Adams can show me that he can be an elite wide receiver outside of Aaron Rodgers, unlike all the others that have left, then I'll believe that the Raiders can compete for this division. But starting out 1-3, I'm not convinced that they're going to. I'm not convinced that not only are they not going to compete for the division, they're not going to make the playoffs. So, like I said, there's still some learning curve there. Give it a couple games, but from what I've seen so far this year from that team, there is nowhere to go. Josh McDaniels bites, but love me some Devontae Adams. Just watch the film. It's Carr and the Raiders, not Devontae's fault, in my opinion. That's fair, But Devontae got billed as an elite receiver, you know, and especially a lot of people, including Raiders fans, but not limited to Raiders fans. A lot of people, a lot of experts, a lot of analysts said that, well, Devontae Adams is an elite receiver, and him going to Vegas automatically makes Vegas a top contender and has them competing with the Chiefs for the division, and it's not going to happen. So, um, you know, this is going to be a fun game. I think Devonte Adams will come out and show out for this game, especially against our beat up backfield. But with that being said, of our beat up backfield, I'm gonna give Watson credit because Watson has come in and done a fantastic job. He's done a lot better than Juan Thornhill. So, um, yeah, I, like I said, I expect this game to. I don't expect this game to be a blowout in any way, shape, or form. Um, it's a division game. It's Monday Night Football. I think the Chiefs are. I think the Chiefs will win, but I think it's going to be a close one. Like I said, close, close scoreboard wise and close playing wise. Because, like I said, that game from that game that game this past weekend, the Chiefs and the Buccaneers, it looked close on paper by 10 points, but it was nowhere near close to that. So nowhere near. But this one will be a lot closer. I you said 37-23. I'm gonna go 34-23 or 34-23 or 34-24. Like I said, I think it'll be close, but I think it'll be um, you know it'll be close. The gameplay will be actually close, not just close on paper, like the Bucks game was. I think that, like you had mentioned, Noah, I think the pass rush in Oakland or in Vegas, sorry, I think the pass rush in Vegas is very talented. I love Max Crosby. I think Max Crosby is a nasty, nasty dude. He's just a scary, scary individual, and so I think that he'll come out. He'll come out pushing real hard in this game. So definitely look out for that pass rush. Yeah, I'm comfortable with that prediction. 23-34 or 34-24. I like it. I like it. Not much NFL news to talk about this week, guys. Not just stuff that's not anything to talk about. There's just there wasn't a whole lot of we had planned. Um, the Chiefs are getting closer to getting Harrison Butker back. Should be getting close to getting Trent McDuffie back. So very excited to get those guys back on the field. Would love to see them for Monday, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I would expect to see them back at least another week after that. 42-10. Woo! Raiders or Chiefs. Don't. It's not even. Don't do that, Noah. But no, yeah, obviously Chiefs. Like I said, some of these injuries that we have are going to be squared up. So it's very exciting. McDuffie, I think he can come back till after the Bills game. So for the 49ers. Okay. Fantastic. All right, guys. Anytime we close out, I always want to plug our partnerships. Of course, Sports Empire Network. Make sure you follow Sports Empire Network for all your sports needs. We cover everything on there. We're growing. We're growing. We're growing. I think they had a show right before I went live. They're going to have another show. We've got a lot of great things going on at Sports Empire Network. So make sure you go give them a follow. That's where we're live right now. Um, and then, I always like to plug my wrestling shows. For those that don't know, um, football is my love. Um, but football is my love. But my first love was professional wrestling. So I do a lot of professional wrestling content. We the I-70 Hot Tag is sponsored events. Sponsored matches, traveled. We're doing a lot of great things. So make sure you check out the I-70 Hot Tag on Thursday nights at 8:30 Central Standard Time. Tomorrow night, we go live about 15 minutes after AEW Dynamite, and we talk about all the action on Dynamite. We actually host a live forum where we invite guests on to kind of talk about what they liked and what they didn't like about the show. And then some Monday nights, we do um, I'll bet you a dozen Olive Garden breadsticks and some dipping sauce. The Chiefs missed the Super Bowl. I'll do you one better. I'll bet you an unlimited pasta bowl that the Chiefs make the Super Bowl. So, and I'll buy a whole round for you and your family, Gabe, if the Cowboys make the Super Bowl. So, um, Gabriel, the Gabriel Welch in the house, ladies and gentlemen, the Gabriel Welch. I miss the fuck out of you, man. I really do. That made my night, sir. That made my night. Anyways, guys, so yeah, we got if you follow CR Media, we got a lot of wrestling content. On Monday nights, we do the pit stop. It's only on some Monday nights when we have interviews scheduled. Right now, the calendar is pretty empty for October, but definitely check out Thursday nights. Like I said, we're hosting events. We're interviewing wrestlers, local wrestlers in the Midwest area, mainly in Kansas and Missouri. But a lot of those guys that wrestle in Kansas and Missouri obviously go around. So definitely check that out. And then on Sunday mornings, we have the Sunday morning drive on Sports Empire Network that you can only catch on Sports Empire Network. I don't host it on CR Media. It's an exclusive to Sports Empire Network where we kind of it's called the Sunday morning drive. We drive down the field, drive down the gridiron. We talk about football news and we make predictions on the game. Some of my usual crew that's there is Raw Mind Sports, Ryan Clark Sr., Live Wire Sports, and a couple other guys at Sports Empire. So make sure you check that out. And then also, my co-host of the show, my good friend Jaymes Howell, man, he's got a side project going on called For the Love of My Car. So if you need some detailing done, you need to check some things out. Make sure you go follow For the Love of My Car on Facebook and give Jaymes a holler. If you're in the Kansas City area, Jaymes will you take your car to Jaymes. Jaymes will get you fixed up, get your car looking brand new. So for a guy like myself that has a dog the size of a horse, and 3 kids. Jaymes does a fantastic job on making sure the car looks good and stays fresh. So make sure you go check that out. And then also, when permitted, we do a halftime show on Sunday for Starcade Media. You can catch Jaymes and myself. It's exclusive to Starcade Media as well. We go live during halftime. We kind of break down the first half action, and then we talk about the second half. So make sure you guys tune into that. We will have a halftime show for the Raiders and Chiefs game on Monday night. And as my friend Jaymes posted in the chat, for those that live in the Kansas City area, there is a place called Roadside Bar and Grill in Belton on North Scott Avenue. One of James's very good friends owns the establishment and has permitted us to do a watch party for the 49ers game on the 23rd. We are super excited about this. Cannot wait to get it done. So if you're in the area, if you're in the Kansas and Missouri area, definitely come check it out. Come hang out with Jaymes and I. We're gonna be doing a lot of fun stuff. Jaymes and I will obviously talk more about it as the weeks go. So definitely tune in to next week's show, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that follow button. We greatly appreciate it, and also hit that notification bell so you never ever miss anything from the Arrowhead Asylum, guys. You know, I really hate in the business, in the wrestling business, we call this gimmick infringement, but I'm going to do it tonight. And I may get a cease and desist letter from Jaymes tomorrow, but for Chase, CR Media, and for my co-host, my good friend Jaymes, this has been the Arrowhead Asylum. And as always, guys, stay legendary.